help you escape your job and earn money online fast, even if you are a beginner. We are so excited. My name is Rachel, this is Marina, and today we really want to welcome you because this is no pitch, no sale. It's 100% pure value, packed actions to help you with 6 big secrets to escape your 9-to-5 job, and also 6 ways to earn money online. So get ready to take some notes, get ready to leave a comment, what actions are helping you, and remember, if you like what we're doing, if you like what we're saying, to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we're just gonna dive right in. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
I'm super excited.
Me too. Let's do this.
Yeah, and I mean, we're just meeting here live, so this is just insane. So secrets to leaving your job and making money online. The first one, I'll get started, okay?
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna get started with the first one. The first one that is holding a lot of people back in escaping their job is not knowing where to start. So like, I know I want to quit, but I don't know where to start. That was me a few years ago. I was sitting in my corporate job, looking at the clock ticking by, waiting for 5 o'clock, and just really hating my job. And I knew I wanted something different, but I didn't know where to start. Well, the answer is everything starts with you. So I was asking so many people outside, like, oh, what should I do? What can I do? How can I make money online? You know, and everything, the answer was really within myself. So once I knew, look, what do I really want? And then I knew I want freedom. I want to travel. I want to be able to work online, location independent, do what I want, where I want, when I want. That for me was really important, that freedom. So knowing who you are is really the starting point to your destination. You cannot put in your navigation if you don't know where you are right now. So everything starts with you. Now, when I'm talking about this, Marina, like, what was your experience of not knowing where to start? Do you recognize that?
100%. I feel like what you're saying it's as if you were taking the words out of my mouth, because I can totally relate with all of that. Like back at university, I went to study on marketing and finance. But you know when you don't have that passion inside of you, like I knew that was with me for finance, and I knew that I wanted to do something where I had, same with you, like freedom, flexibility, not having to wake up with an alarm clock, be able to work from anywhere in the world and travel, have fun, and do something that I really loved. Yeah. At that moment, I didn't know how I was going to achieve it, but I knew what I wanted.
Ooh, I love that you said that. That's a great point. I have to mention, you don't have to know how, because that's what keeps a lot of people stuck. Like, I didn't know how. I knew I wanted the freedom. Like we know what we want. We don't know how, but that's okay. That's okay. That's the next step. So having said this first secret, the first way I want to share to make money online to help you make your first $500 in the next month is coaching and consulting. Why am I saying that? If you do the exercise about knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing your skills, your experience, your strengths, your passion, your talents, your gifts, you can do consulting or coaching. You can. You literally can. It's just about knowing yourself, knowing what you're good at. No need to buy other things, and start by earning money by coaching and consulting. So it's really a simple way to start today if you would want to, okay? So that was the first one.
That's amazing, and I love that you just said that, because that links right in to the very first myth about starting your online business, is that you need to be tech savvy. You need to know all about all of this tech and whatnot in order to be successful. And guess what? I'm not tech savvy. Like, we're not tech savvy, but we both started our online businesses. And that's the thing. Maybe if it were a few years ago, you'd be like, oh, maybe the tech is an impediment for you starting. But not nowadays. Like, there's so many platforms, be it for website creation, for creating graphics, for email marketing, for all of that, that it's all drag and drop. You do not need to know the tech. So don't let the tech stop you. Like, if I can do this, you can too. So Rachel, like regarding tech, was this your experience?
Yeah, I love that you said that, because I even today I'm like, no, I'm not a technical person. I don't know anything about technical, and there I was in a job, and also like, oh, I want to grow online. I want to have my online business. I want to make money online. You know, how do I do all that? And it did scare me in the beginning. Like, wait, I'm not technical. But then when you take a few steps, like, wait, what do I really need? And you can find so much information online. And it was really like, hey, maybe I can do this and I can do that. And I really started studying it like step by step, like, how do I do some audio and how do I do some video and how can I create this, and just watching tutorials, on YouTube, and little by little. And now I'm like, wow, look at all the things that I've learned over just a few years, and I'm still learning, but you have to start. You just have to start, and it's not that complicated. So, by the way, if you like this content, if you like it so far, then please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. That would be amazing.
Absolutely. And before we get into the next way that you can make money online, let us know in the comments, are you resonating with this? What is your experience? And so let me tell you what the next way to make money online is, and that is through affiliate marketing. So maybe you're like, I just want to dive into this world. I don't know where or how to start. What do I do? Well, you just see what's out there. What are the softwares that you use? What are the services that you use? What are the courses that you've purchased? And you can be an affiliate for all of those, which means that you can make money online by sharing others' products. And also, if you're just sitting there I have my own products to sell, well, another way that you can make money online is to get people to be your own affiliate. Have people share your own product or service. Because as always, if there are more people there, the more chances you have of growing online.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, great point. I'm just gonna continue.
Love that.
So the next, what are we? The third secret, and what holds people back from quitting their job and starting online, is really the overwhelm. The overwhelm of information, but also the overwhelm of ideas. And I remember for me, it was like, there's so much information out there. And I was Googling, how do I make money online? And then, you have to start a webinar, you have to start a course, you have to write books, and you have to do speaking events. It was like, where do I start? But also I was like, wait, I don't want to do just one thing. I am a multi-passionate. And I know that a lot of people are, and so I realized, wait, it's okay to be a multi-passionate, because I am doing a lot of different things. I have courses, I have my YouTube, I do my coaching, I do, there's so many things, and that is what makes me happy. So being a multi-passionate is okay. And it's also the way to decrease the overwhelm is by getting more clarity. And how do you get more clarity? By taking action. So in a nutshell, for me, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I can do some tutoring, some teaching online. And so that is how I thought, well, let me test and try it. So I started tutoring, I started teaching languages. I speak multiple languages. That's one of my strengths. Remember, step number one, know who you are and what your skills and talents are. And so I started, doing conversational English and French and Dutch, and that's my first steps into the online world. So try it, take action, test it. I'm no longer tutoring and teaching languages right now, but it was my way of testing and trying it. So what about this overwhelm of ideas? How do you feel about that?
I can also relate 100%, because if you just go back a few years, when my journey started, I was a blogger. I would only create blog posts, and my aim was to grow my email list, create freebies, and do webinars and all of these different things. And all the experts were saying, you need to do this in order to stand out online. But I was just seeing my growth being so small. I'm I think I have those things that those other big experts have, but I didn't see that needle move. And it wasn't until I started and shifted the gears into YouTube that I was like, wow, this makes such a huge difference.
Yeah.
So although I was overwhelmed at the beginning, don't be afraid to pivot and make changes and test things out exactly as you were mentioning.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, take action and test and try. Keep your comments coming. By the way, because we're going to respond to it later on. So that brings me to, what are we? The third way of making money online is teaching and tutoring. That was so easy for me. I have no degree, there is no investment, there is no money you need to put into this, and it's just using your own skills and experience to do some teaching. For me, it was languages, it could be math, it could be history, it could be music, it could be all of that. It could be, I was also teaching and tutoring in cultural differences, because I'm used to living abroad, and I studied cultural differences, and so really, it could be anything, but teaching and tutoring is an easy way to earn money online. So yeah, keep it going.
Fantastic. And before we keep going, make sure if you're enjoying this content that you like and subscribe. So the next myth about starting your online business is that it costs a ton of money in order for you to get started and hit the ground running. But here's the thing, It does not need to cost a lot of money, and not even a lot, it doesn't need to cost anything at all. Like, you can start and grow your business with literally $0. All you need to know is how to find out which are the steps in the funnel that you can join in order for you to make money without investing. So you first create free and valuable content on YouTube. And then you get those people, your ideal clients with the videos you're creating, to join your email list. And you can use a platform such as MailChimp or ConvertKit, which, guess what, is also free.
Yeah.
And then once you have them on your email list, you sell them a really quick tripwire, like a really cheap and fast product that will help your ideal clients get results. And you can do that on a free platform as well, which we'll be talking about in more detail in a bit, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, talking about no investment and the cost of it, it's like I can totally relate because, like I said in the beginning, I was looking online and you do get overwhelmed by you need to buy this and buy that. But what I really wanted was like, no, I want to grow my online business, but I don't want to put money into it. I want to start making money, right? So and it's not needed. And there's still too much noise out there of people like, oh, you have to buy this and buy that and buy that. I'm like, no. It's possible to start your business, to do what you love without investing. I did not invest in a fancy website. I did not, none of that. Like I literally started making money online without investing in it. It's sad that some people are spending so much money and it's unnecessary until you know exactly what it is that you want to do. And then obviously you can invest, but in the beginning, not at all. So.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that because that's literally one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I got started is that I just went there and was like, I need to spend my money on all of these softwares. And this leads us to the next way to make money online, which is using a software such as Teachable for you to sell not only if you have products or services or digital products, you can even sell your own coaching using Teachable. So it's completely free. And they just charge a little bit extra of the amount that you're charging for the course or the service, but as you were mentioning, you do not need to invest, which means that you can get started and make money online with the $0.
Totally. By the way, if you don't know us and if you're new, coming here, thank you for coming and thank you for showing up and thank you for your comments. And Marina's channel is all about technology. It's all about if you need any tutorial about Wix websites, about lead pages, about ConvertKit, about webinars, funnels, sales funnel, like any tutorial technical that you can think of, you're gonna find it on her channel. So please do check it out.
Well, thank you so much for your very kind words, Rachel. And if you're new here and don't know Rachel, and you're just in there in your corporate job, sitting down, just waiting for that clock to hit 5, and you can't wait to make the great escape into this life that we're currently living of financial freedom and actual location independence as well. And you want to quit your 9 to 5, and you want to make the leap, not into completely the unknown, but like making the leap with an unknown purpose, but knowing it, and taking an actual action that will make sense, like Rachel is the girl for you.
The links are all below, by the way, so do check it out. And thank you for that. And you mentioned a really important word, which brings me to, secret number 5, and that is the fear. The fear of the unknown. And you mentioned the unknown, like you want to take the leap, but you're jumping into the unknown, and that is super scary. So what's holding a lot of people back in leaving their 9 to 5 is really that fear. The fear of, the biggest 3 are the fear of failing, huge. The fear of what other people are saying, and the fear of the unknown. And so I do tackle a lot of that in all of my videos, but it's also what scared me. Like there I was in a high-paying corporate job and earning good money and making my parents and my family proud, and how can I leave that paycheck, right? So, I was afraid of like, people are gonna call me crazy for leaving that and all these benefits, and I'm gonna disappoint my parents and disappoint my loved ones, and I'm gonna leave the paycheck and leave the security, and oh my gosh, so many fears. And so what I've learned is to take power over fear and to know that fear is something positive, because we step away from it like, it's scary, so we're not going to do it. But guess where that keeps you? It's keeping you stuck in your job. So think about in 10 years from now, what do you want to do, right? So if you want to escape your job, do it little by little, transition, see fear as something positive, shake hands with your fear, say, look, fear, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to make it. Because if we focus on failures, we focus on a mistake, guess what? You're going to find failures and you're going to find mistakes. But if you use that as feedback, failure is feedback. Failure is your greatest teacher. And so I always say, don't make the same mistake twice, make it 5 or 6 times just to make sure. Because it's from your mistakes and from your failings that you, or failure, sorry, that you learn and that you grow. So failing is growth. You want to achieve something, you want to grow, you gotta fail. Fall, fail, get back up. Now, fear. Did you experience fear?
100%. Oh my gosh, like if this were a few years ago, you'd probably not even be seeing me on this live right now, because that is how scared I was of showing my face on the internet. I was like, oh my gosh, like what if my friends from school find me? Like what if someone just judges me? Or what if I say something wrong and then people keep repeating that over and over, and I was just so scared. And in my case, the way that I dealt with fear, I was like, I'm not going to let this stop me from getting started, but I'm going to just dip my toes into the waters rather than just going all out.
Yeah.
So if you go back, like on my YouTube channels, my very first videos, I never even showed my face. They were all complete screen recordings without showing my face. And
Fear.
Yeah, exactly, just because of fear.
Of judgment, yeah.
Of judgment, of everything, like of failing, of doing something wrong, and being penalized for that. I was so scared. And after getting like my toes dipped in the middle, and I just kept gaining more and more confidence to the point that I was like, what is stopping me from literally just going all out and showing my face? So start small and don't be afraid to pivot and learn as you go.
Yeah, and I love that, because that's, it was actually my first book, Learn How to Grow Your Confidence, because I had zero confidence as well. And it's really through, again, through taking small steps, small actions. We're talking about action all the time here. And, that's the thing. It's the key to everything. It's the key to grow your confidence, to overcome fear, to see results, to fall and get back up. Like all of it is actually, and it's about these small steps, right? So, the number 5 way to earn money online is, and this is so easy, and it works for every one of you to earn money fast, it's sell your stuff online. What do I mean? Declutter your house, declutter your closet. It's so easy, and I've done that. And people don't think about it, but you have so much stuff in your closet. I mean, how much do we have that we never use, that we buy and never use, that we use and then it's still as new? So last year, I don't know if you know this, but to travel full time, I sold my house and all of my belongings. But even before that, I started doing this, because when you need a little bit of money, go and take a look. Like what do you have that you can actually sell? So for me, it was like ranging from a $5 item to a $100 item. Like, it could be a cable of my phone charger or a charger of my computer to, some paintings that I have, a few picture frames, like literally, or clothes, or a nice jacket that I had, or even boots I sold, like, literally for like. But I also have a client, and she really needed money, and she remembered that she has these paintings from her granddad that was sitting in a box worth $5,000. Right? So she sold them, and she's like, I'm never going to use them. I don't even look, so I might as well take the money from it. So
Absolutely.
I think that's the easiest way to get money. And it's just like, if you want to get some quick wins and some quick money, then hey, start selling online.
That's amazing, because you don't need anything new. And if you're resonating with any of these ways to make money online, or secrets to leave your 9-to-5 job, make sure you leave a comment down below, because now we're getting into the last myth about starting your online business. And this one is that it takes a lot of time to grow your audience online. Like if I'm starting from zero, who the heck is going to follow me or purchase my courses or anything along those lines? And I'm going to give you right now 2 hacks so that you can grow your audience even if you're starting from zero. And the first one is through Facebook groups, and that's actually how Rachel and I initially met. So you find these Facebook groups online where your people are hanging out based on common interests, like groups for content creators, groups for entrepreneurs, groups for engineers, groups for librarians, like whatever it is you do, I'm sure that there is a group for that. And also, when searching for Facebook groups, make sure that you find groups that allow for promotion. So there you can share your social media accounts, you can share links to your freebies and all those things so people get to know you and you can get to build your like, know, and trust factors. And the second way that you can grow your audience online fast is through YouTube, because YouTube is owned by the biggest search engine in the world. So if you create a mixture of content that is evergreen, meaning that it's content that never expires, together with viral content, which is content that people need right this second, they're searching for it right now, you'll be gold.
Yeah, taking time. Oh my goodness. Here I was in a job, and I don't know, I don't know where you guys are, but you got to comment and tell us where you are and what situation you're in. But for me, I was 40 years old. I was so stressed out. I didn't like my job. And I thought, okay, if I want to grow online, I'm already 40. When am I going to make it? Like, how is it? It's going to take forever. And, maybe one day, and it's like this typical, like, if you want to lose weight or something, like, oh, maybe I'll start in January, or like one day I'll lose 10 pounds, or one day I was like, one day I'll quit, and one day I'll publish my book, and one day I'll do a TEDx talk, and one day I'll start, but this one day is nothing. It's not specific. So it was like the moment I decided, like, wait a minute, no, I'm going to start now, today. The best day to plant a tree is 30 years ago, and the second best time is right today, right? So it was taking those small steps, no matter where you are, what situation, what age you are. If you don't start now, if I didn't start a few years ago with small steps, I wouldn't be sitting in Portugal, living my dream life, meeting you, working online, earning money online, none of this. And it all starts with small steps. So write the first chapter. For me, it was like writing the first chapter of my book and studying online, like we mentioned, like learning the technology, just all of these steps, going into Facebook groups, like connecting to people, networking with people, digital nomads, it's all of these small steps, and it just accumulates like a domino effect, right? So time, what is time? Your best time to start is now, and take action now. That's all I can say. And
Yeah, that's amazing. I literally love that, and how well it connects to our very last way to make money online, which is by selling your own product or service. And whenever I mention this, people are like, oh my gosh, like, one, I'm no expert. But guess what? Everyone is an expert. Everyone is good at something. And as long as you are just one step ahead of the person you're serving, you're already helping them, because you know the ins and outs. You've made the mistakes, so you're showing these other people right behind you how to get to where you currently are faster. And the other thing that people are like, Marina, I do not want to create a product or a service or something to sell online, because it's just something that's blown out of proportion. Like, it's something huge. It will take me a lot of energy and time to create. But that product can be something tiny. It can be a template. It can be a worksheet. It can be a spreadsheet. It can be like a mini tutorial. Like, it can be something really, really small. And here's the golden nugget. As long as you're helping your audience get results faster, or you're making their lives easier, you're already serving them. You're helping them achieve their ultimate purpose. And there you have it. So we just shared with you the 6 big secrets to leaving your 9 to 5, as well as the 6 best ways for you to make money online fast, even if you're just a beginner. So before we dive into the comments, make sure that you like this video if you liked all of the value that we provided today. Subscribe to Rachel's channel, subscribe to my channel, and check out the resources that we left for you down in the description box below.
Totally. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. So I want to know from you guys, like, what did you learn? What did you enjoy? Tell us where you're at, what questions do you have, and we're gonna dive right in that right now. And I really hope this was valuable. Let's take a look. I saw some comments coming in. Okay, I need to start, Joan says, getting my feet wet. Great ideas. Awesome. Thank you so much, Joan, for coming. Yes, I noticed the overwhelm and noise, seems to get worse and worse. Yes, absolutely. I think, that's true though. It's a good point, because the overwhelm, the more you search online, and the more you the more you do a Google search and you go from one to another. Like for me, it was like I was Googling something like how to earn money online, and it's like, oh, affiliate, and then you dive into the affiliate, and then you search affiliate, and then you see a whole ton of affiliate programs. Like, oh, which one? Maybe I should do beauty products. Maybe I should do that, and it's like more and more confusing. Or like courses. Okay, but what course can I create? Oh, maybe this, maybe that, and then suddenly like your whole brain goes wild, which is exactly how I coach my clients. It's like that overwhelm of like, wait a minute, let's just like pull you back down with your feet on the ground. It's just like, let's get some clarity here and some clear next steps.
Absolutely, and all of those options, it's not like once you start your online business, they'll suddenly go away. Like even we were talking about this a few days ago, that like there's so many things that we want to accomplish, and they're all like sporadic, and we're like, wait, we need to do one thing at a time. Like focus all of our attention on this one thing, get it right, and then you can move on to the next. Because I feel like that's one of the greatest issues, is that people just go all over the place, but then they have this like paralysis analysis where they just don't take any action.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you, Joe. Love the collaboration. If there's any other topics that you want us to discuss, then let us know. We'd love to talk about that. And
yeah, like Claire said, like getting clarity by taking action. That's so true, because if you don't take action, if you don't get started, you'll never know what works, what doesn't work. And as Rachel said, even like you need to make mistakes. So make those mistakes fast, and then learn from them, and always never be afraid to pivot, because Rachel pivoted, I pivoted, I started blogging. Like YouTube wasn't even a thing. I would never post a video on YouTube. And even within YouTube, like I started not showing my face, and now I do show my face. So we're always learning, we're always changing, and maybe in a few years we'll both be doing something that we never thought we'd be doing like right now.
Yeah. We'll have 1 million viewers, and you guys are it's gonna be like a chat like crazy.
Absolutely.
And we'll meet maybe in another nice location, now we're sitting in Portugal, by the way, and it's it's amazing how we actually met, and how we were both able to meet and collaborate face to face.
Absolutely.
Because we're living the lifestyle that we want, and we were in a job just a few years ago, literally just a few years ago. So if we can do it, then so can you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm loving this as well, by the way. What else do we have? Limiting searching. Yes. Yeah, I think limiting searching is a great way to reduce overwhelm. I think getting the clarity on what it is that you want, like going back to the first secret that I shared, was like knowing who you are, what your skills are, and then from there creating a goal. Like I know you guys, you work with me, so we always create like that clarity on the next step and the next step and the next step, and that's how you just really reduce the overwhelm.
Absolutely, and combining with that is like not only knowing what your strengths are, but also what your personal desires are. Because as I mentioned, for instance, like I studied finance at university, but I never was passionate about that. I knew that if I went into that realm, like I'm really good with numbers, I'd probably be earning like tons of money and having this whole lavish lifestyle. And I'm like, I do not want to spend the whole day in a corporate office, stuck in a 9 to 5 or even 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 9 to 8, because your hours are insane, because it won't bring me happiness. I know what will bring me happiness is having a freedom lifestyle, be able to work from anywhere in the world. So that's why we followed our hearts rather than sometimes another position that we could have done.
Yeah, it's a good point. And by the way, keep your questions coming, because we're going to round off soon. So if you have a few questions, burning questions, let us know. But I like what you said with, follow your heart. And for me, that was really the hardest thing. Like, I didn't know what my heart wanted. When I really think back, and that's where I see where most of the people that I coach start, like, Rachel, I don't know what my purpose is. Like, literally yesterday I had a client, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know where to start. And that reminded me of I didn't know that either. So the first thing I was always asking people is what is my purpose? What is my heart saying? I didn't know until I really looked inside and really took time to just stop everything, stop the noise, stop listening to all the noise around and all the distractions and whatever people were saying, but really what is it that Rachel wants? And Rachel wanted freedom. And I didn't know how. We talked about that. I had no idea how, but I knew I wanted freedom. I wanted that location independence. I wanted to, I love traveling. I get inspired by traveling. I want to meet new people. I get inspired by, new conversations. And so it was really going deep inside of me and but for so many years, I was raised by parents who are very rational, you have to work hard, earn money, work hard and earn more money, work hard. and it's so not true.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what I was raised, to believe.
Yes.
And I had to really dig deep, like, wait, what do I really want? And yes, it's possible. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my story. But yeah, did you know your purpose? Did you know?
No, because we both started in corporate. So like I was working at a corporate job, and what I noticed is that what I like to do is that I like to like hug the cause as if it were my own. So I was working at someone else's company as if it were my own company. Like I was hired to do something, but I was doing like so much more
Yeah.
than what I was
So
hired
you give
to
your
do.
time and effort away, to a boss.
So
which is-
exactly.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, wait, so like if I'm doing this for a boss, why don't I do it for myself? But
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like I don't know how.
Yeah.
So rather than just taking the leap, my first like dipping into my toes, what I did was that I went to work for my dad's company. So he owns a company. I was like, well, let me help you run this company that you earn, or that you own. And so when it was there, it was amazing because it was like I managed to run the company without having to have a company that was mine. And only after that, it was then I left him and did my own thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, our journeys are, it's the bottom line is it starts with you. And so I think we're pretty much done for today.
Yeah.
You have that background too, Joan? Yeah, our parents, I mean, we're a different generation, and what our parents believe, it doesn't have to be our belief, right? I mean, but
Totally agree.
it makes sense because I believed that for the longest time, you take over the beliefs from your parents, so it makes total sense. All right, we don't want to make this long. We want it to be fast-paced and action-oriented, so we really hope you got the value here, and thank you so much. Keep the comments coming. Type it below this video, please, and we can still answer your questions or comments. We'd love to see them. And hit the like button if you haven't done so already, and the subscribe button, and check out Marina's channel, please, and check out the resources below. Everything will be below this video. So I had an amazing time. Thank you.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me.
And if you want us to do this more, then let us know. We'd be happy to.
Absolutely. Bye.